Hey guys, happy Sunday. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Sunday morning, June 12th, and just wanted to reach out to you and give you guys some great information today. It's a beautiful day out. It's a beautiful day for real estate. I'm really excited. This weekend so far has been off to a hit. I've seen a lot of inbound leads. I had 5 leads since Friday evening till this morning of new buyers. A lot of people, first-time home buyers from Google, from Yelp, a couple of my favorite real estate agents. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it. Yesterday when I was preparing for this video, I think it's important. I'm going to give you guys some good information today. So fill up that cup of coffee, get that second piping hot cup. I already had 3 cups this morning. You can probably already tell, but I'm amped. I'm amped up because I'm going through this stuff yesterday on YouTube. It seems like the world's ready to explode. Okay, I guarantee you, tomorrow morning I'll be at Starbucks getting my cup of coffee. Again, Monday morning, the world's not going to explode. Okay, but last week, this news-driven stuff with the economy, with the mortgage rates, with inflation. Look, I want to step back a little bit. Okay, I want to step back and peel this onion back a little bit and go over this because you're getting pushback. Okay, and there might be some inflation. Okay, I'm not downplaying it completely, but I'm saying it's like for the Dow Jones Industrials to be down 1,500 points in 2 days is madness. Okay, the Dow Jones was down 880 points on Friday, and the bond market got cratered. We're getting close to 6% mortgage rates. Okay, now look, I love it because I'm a purchase guy. A lot of lenders are getting squeezed out, because of they're just refi shops. They don't work with realtors, they work with buyers. Bottom line is this: is that we're in this together, and I want to give you guys artillery and ammo to fight back when people say, "You want to wait," or "Oh, I'm unsure, I'm uncertain." Okay, there's a little bit of uncertainty, and for those of you guys that remember, this market feels a lot like 2018. 2018. I did a video, and it's in the comments. You should check it out. It's a little bit boring, but I think I did a pretty good job on it. The reasons why we saw a slowdown in 18. Like the stock market's a big thing because people, when they see their retirement accounts getting eaten up, they don't like to spend money. Most people freeze. Okay, we're in the freeze stage right now. People are gonna just keep status quo. They're not gonna make any moves. There's a lot of stuff that they're not considering. But let's get into a couple things right here, and I'm gonna just move around a little bit. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm pretty amped up today. I'm fired up, and I want to, give you guys the support that you need. Let's start with this. Now, you look at my screen here, the consumer price index. This is pretty complicated stuff. I mean, basically, the purpose of the consumer price index is to measure, cost of goods and services to the average American household. Okay, now it's made up of a market basket of 94,000 goods and services. It follows some scientific analysis as to what gets selected, and they actually update this stuff every single month. Okay, and that's how they determine it. But for right now, let's just do a little. We're gonna do a little training class today. Okay, and hey, it's free of charge. You can't beat that, right? So let's start with some basics. And again, I'm gonna get into a few other things. I got a really cool calculator coming up here shortly. So stick around. Just sip on that coffee, relax. It's great for real estate. Okay, this is gonna be awesome. So, what is the Consumer Price Index? Consumer Price Index measures monthly changes in prices paid by U.S. consumers. Okay, it's a weighted average of prices of a basket of goods and services representative of average U.S. consumer spending. Now, what does that all mean? It means it's a complex formula that's based an index of several indexes, a weighted average, heavy statistical thing. My brain was kind of tweaked trying to figure it out. I'm bad with numbers, as y'all know. But here's some key takeaways here. And this is off of, you guys can go check this out on Investopedia. Great site. I love this site. It's easy, it's fast. Consumer Price Index measures the overall change in consumer prices over time based on representative basket of goods and services. Now, remember, on Friday, they said, hey, they did the test was 8.4 5-6% was the increase, something like that. Let me just cheat a little bit. There it is, 8.6. Okay, 8.6, and the market went berserk, panic. Okay, selling. Mortgage interest rates higher. Federal Reserve going to raise 0.75%. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert right now. Okay, this stuff is way overblown. All right, now it's going to take a while to get, but let's just do the math. Everything, think about everything. If you're a furniture manufacturer, if you're a widget manufacturer, whatever you do, what's the same common denominator everyone has? It's energy, right? It's it's energy. Now the gas prices and oil prices, of course, plane tickets have gone up, right? Of course, like do the math. Their fuel costs have gone nuclear, up 134% in the last year and a half or so, and so is everything else. That's why this thing is really not the greatest thing, because once energy comes down, it doesn't affect just the energy line item; it affects all the line items. Okay, in the consumer price index, and therefore, we're gonna have probably a political change. Like, I'm not a political guy; I hate politics. But I tell you that we're gonna have a political change probably in November. There's gonna get more Republicans in there. Maybe they open up this gas line again. Maybe the Russia-Ukraine thing ends, and the U.S. starts buying Russian oil again. I mean, Russia is the number one producer of oil in the world. I don't know if you knew that, but it's not Saudi, it's not Iran, Iraq, it's Russia. Okay, now Russian oil is good. We have the embargo because of the whole Ukraine thing. Big mess over there. Hopefully, they can play nice and figure something out. We either start opening up the pipeline or buy the Russian oil again, and we're all nice and we don't blow each other up, and life's good. We just kind of continue on. But I get it's look, I'm oversimplifying it. It's a little bit more than that. Let's just continue on here. We'll fill in the gaps here. CPI based on about 94,000 price quotes collected monthly from some 23,000 retail services, as well as 43,000 rental housing units. You said rental, doesn't say owner, doesn't have taken into account the price of real estate. It just takes in, I get it, rent is key, but that's the CPI. It doesn't even look at certain data. Like, for example, they say health costs. Well, it doesn't take into consideration any reimbursements received from the insurance company. So that's kind of a little bit of a screwed up index, right? Also, the housing costs based strictly on rents. Now, housing rents are used to estimate the changes in shelter costs, including owner-occupied housing. That's rental units that account for nearly a third of the CPI. A third of the CPI is rent. Okay, no doubt the rent rates are high across the country. They're different in whatever market is. Now, CPI, here's a little video. I'm not going to play it right now. If you want to go check it out on Investopedia, it's only 1 minute and 49 seconds long. My video is far in excess of this, but if you want to check it out, that's fine. Here again, I'm talking. Understand the price index. The bureau, the BLS means the Bureau of Labor Statistics collects about 94,000 prices monthly from 23,000. So that's how they come up with these. Like the food index, those 94,000 are broken down into buckets, and which they index every bucket, and then those indexes are rolled up to the CPI index to figure out it's an index of indexes. Okay, that's how they do it. It's a complicated process, and I wouldn't say it's rocket science, but it's pretty heavy. Okay, so let's look over here now. This is the raw data. This is what through the market tizzy on Friday, right there, 8.6%. That's what that says is that think of it this way: $100 last year in May of 2021 is worth about $91 today. So what does that mean? That means that all these people that are waiting for real estate, they're getting not a double whammy, a triple whammy, because they have money sitting in the bank that is losing value. They have an increasing real estate market. There's no signs of the real estate prices dropping. They're leveling off maybe, or only going up like 2 to 3 to 4, 5%. And then you have higher mortgage rates. It's bing, 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 3 strikes, you're out. Okay. They're losing value on their savings. They're losing value on potential gains, and they're going to pay a higher price for the real estate whenever they do get around to it. And the mortgage rates have gone up. triple whammy, worst place to be in. The best weapon against inflation is real estate. Real estate. You like that Joe Biden Joe imitation? No, Joe's all right. That wasn't that good. But anyway, it's real estate. Okay, real estate is going to go up, outpace inflation. The worst thing to have it in is sitting in the bank. Okay, now let's look at some numbers real quick right here. This is important stuff. And then I'm gonna get to the calculator. Basically, consumer price index May, the increase was broad-based with lenders, with the index for shelter, gasoline, and food being the largest contributors. Well, yeah, because it's all based on energy, right? Just like everything else. Um, uh, Here it says, while most all major components increased over the months, the largest contributors were the index for shelter, airline fares, used cars and trucks, and new vehicles. The indexes for medical care, household furnishings, operations, recreation, and apparel also increased in May. Of course they did. Now, this is what you're hearing a lot of, and people are going to throw this at you like they're experts. Says the all-time index increased 8.6 for the 12 months ending May. It's a rolling average, so it compares May to May. Next month will be June to June. Next month will be July to July. So it's a rolling 12 months. The largest 12-month increase since the period ended December 1981. Okay, I don't know. I think there's been higher months. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but okay, that's what they said. Anyway, it's the bottom line. It was much more than what the experts were predicting. These experts, the doom and gloom guys. These are the same guys, by the way, that said, "Oh, everything's gonna during COVID, sell real estate, don't buy real estate, market's gonna crash." I got one question for them. How'd that work out for you? Right? You know, real estate was up about 25% since the beginning of COVID. All right. So anyway, let's look at these numbers real quick, and then I'm going to show you a cool calculator, which you can have access to. Again, it's in the comments below. All the stuff's in the comments. But here's the breakdown of the what makes up the consumer price indexes. Now, all these are like if you look at food, for example, it's not like, oh, okay, a loaf of bread, a six pack of beer, and some hamburger patties. It's not. No, these are indexes. Okay, these are all one. Each one of these are indexes, but they're fairly consistent. It's okay. It's based on a sound statistical model. Uh, but 8.6 over here. This is the of all items combined. But if you look at energy, for example, like energy has gone up 34%. If you look at, I like to this number down here. It says all items less food and energy, which comes over to about 6% increase. Not as bad when you figure out that the energy is baked into the rest of the is baked into the other elements of the CPI. Okay, so if energy comes down, not only does it drop the increase, but it drops everything because it's not like there's a six pack of beer in every other item. It's just, but energy is involved in all manufacturing, all apparel, all you need energy for everything. So it's going to have trickle down effect to everything across the board of all these consumer price indices. All right, now let me show you this real quick right. Here's your inflation calculator. This is really cool. Again, it's in the comments. If you want to see, like, I put this one in. I put like $100 in. Let's do it two ways. We'll do $100 in May of 22 is the same buying power as $92.10 in May of 2021. Okay. All right. So that's a lot, right? Because if it goes up 8%, basically money doubles at it's 8%. It'll double every 9 years. That's called the rule of 72. If you take 72 divided by the interest rate, that equals the number of years in order for it to double. So it's scary, that hey, $100 is going to be worth $50 in 8 more years, right? That's a little scary at this rate. But again, I think it's a skewed number. I think it's a temporary number. Also, keep in mind a lot of these COVID rippling effects like supply chain, all that stuff is factored in here. Now, if we could do it the opposite way too, we could go in May of 2021, $100 is like, let me just do it here, calculate, $108. So $100 in 2021 is the same as $108.58 today. look, the thing is, like, the takeaway is this: is that it's energy related. It's overblown. The signs, these so-called signs of the market collapse, just aren't happening. And the best uh, way to combat inflation is real estate. Okay, real estate keeps going up. Look, where you put your money. If you take out the bank and put in the stock market, let's look at the stock market. It was year to date change down almost 14%. That's 28% annualized or more. And then 1 year change is down 8.29%. That's a lot. So look, people's 401ks are taking a hit. Mortgage rates are up. Sellers are still a little bit unrealistic, although trying to get more realistic, I suppose. A lot of these things just smell like 2018, 2018. We're going to come out of this as the supply chains finish catching up, the chip manufacturers catch up, and and the energy prices come down, either with the new administration that comes in they put pressure on the current administration to open up the pipeline for oil, it brings energy costs down, or the Russia Ukraine thing ends and we start importing oil at a cheaper cost. These things can happen and change this whole calculus extremely fast. In the meantime, real estate is still going up, and when that happens, mortgage rates will fall because the CPI numbers will fall. Um, anyway, guys, the three things that are bad right now is letting money sit in savings. That's bad because you're losing purchasing power every single day. The stock market is not the greatest either because you can see that with all the fear and all the media and all the stuff going on out there, that it's getting tanked. And, even good stocks like Apple and Amazon, all these stocks, they've all been cratered. Uh, and then waiting is bad too because you're getting the worst. That's the triple whammy. You're getting the you losing the value. You're going to pay higher mortgage rates, and you're losing purchasing power of your dollar. You buy real estate now. I tell real estate or buyers, now's the time to buy. Get in. I get it. It's not you're not going to get 2.875 on your mortgage, okay? But overall, rates are still good they will reverse back. I think it might be a little bit longer this time. I'm saying, CEO of Intel said it's going to take him till the end of 2024 to fix the chip shortage with the cars and all that. You've heard that. Other kind of chip manufacturers a little more optimistic, saying, "Hey, it'll be more like the end of 2000, middle of 2023." Bottom line, it's going to take a little time. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid that we're going to see rates back in the twos next year at this time. But I am saying that real estate is still a power source and it should in the best investment, best place people can put their money right now because A, you need a place to live or invest your money if you already own a house. Number three, mortgage rates are still good. And number four, the tax incentives are still as unbelievable as they always have been, and they're not going anyplace. Okay, guys, so there you go. People are fearful. It's all news driven. I think it's way over. They're way overplaying their hand. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow morning the stock market opens up 500 points and mortgage rates drop next week. This is just insane madness with traders and speculators and people taking advantage of arbitrage opportunities on options and futures contracts and those sorts of things. This is what they love this stuff because they make money on this volatility. We and get scared. Our clients get scared. Let's let's bring it back here. Let's just bring it back here and let's talk what's real. Real estate is real. Okay, real estate is real, and we're real, and we got to we can't operate from a position of fear. We have to operate from a position of strength. We know our stuff, and we're going to dominate. All right, you guys, thank you for all your support. Love y'all, and please reach out if you have any questions on this video or any other questions, or if you just want to say, hey, come on by for a cup of coffee anytime. Cheers, guys. Have a great day. I'll be around all week. Talk to you soon.